Hello, crafty friends. This is Rhonda from Stampin' Up. I am a Stampin' Up independent demonstrator, and I'm happy to be back with you today. And thank you ahead of time for watching my video. If you haven't yet and you like the contents of this video today, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about a sketch. My team puts out a sketch every month, for one for cards, one for scrapbooking, and I try to do at least the scrapbooking one every month. I'm almost to the end of the month and I've finally got it going here. She used the Sips and celebratory Sips, I think it was called, paper pack in hers. This was created by my wonderful team leader, Dana Swaddling. I am going to use the Full of Charm paper pack today. And I actually have this layout all laid out for you. It's been sitting on my back desk for, at least 2 weeks. And I just have not found the time to sit down and make this video. So it's just sitting there. I've already even ordered pictures, and they should be coming any day now to put on the layout. I keep telling myself that I am not going to take pictures and scrapbook my gardens anymore, but every single year I walk around the yard day after day, chasing butterflies and bees and hummingbird moths, and just taking pictures of all the beautiful flowers. Now, why do I take the pictures if I'm not going to scrapbook them, right? So on today's layout, I will be putting some of my bee balm pictures on it. I know that because the colors will be right. And I will probably add in some daylilies or something else. I'm not sure. So if you haven't seen the Full of Charm, I think it's called Full of Charm. Let's see. Floral Charm. The Full of Charm is the June paper pumpkin kit, and this paper pack, Floral Charm, coordinates with that kit. Let me show you some of the papers that are in it, just to give you an idea how pretty it is. Of course, they're all cut up, and they're probably not in any kind of order here, but how pretty is that together? I'm using this paper today, a little of this paper today. This is the one that actually coordinates with the June paper pumpkin kit. Now, I'm not sure if it's still available or not. I'm going to show you a few of the cards that I made with the paper pumpkin kit, but if it is still available, the refills, you have to be a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin to get the refills. But you can subscribe for 1 month, get the refills that are still available, and then cancel if you want. I'll leave that information for you in the comments. This is a really pretty paper, and I think it's really fallish. And then look at the back side. Isn't that gorgeous for fall? I just love that so much. Here's one of my not so favorites, but I love the back. Love that blue. Here's the one that I'm using today, along with some of this, and then some of the pretty peacock that looks just like that. There's that orange, and this would be a nice fall one too, I think. There's that rose again, and then I'm also using a piece of this today, and that's the background. I use a piece of that too. And then here's the other one I think is really cute. Could be for summer or fall. But isn't that just a pretty paper pack? I think it's really pretty. Now, there's also a die and stamp bundle that goes with it. I hope I was over far enough. I'm kind of over to the right a long ways today because I wanted to make room for a 2-page layout. So I really had to set my phone up high. I got it resting on some books. I hope it doesn't come tumbling down on me. And I hope I was just over far enough when I was showing you those papers. I forgot that I was way over here today. So this is the Charming Day stamp and die bundle. These are so pretty. Now I'm not using any of these today, but what I am using are these, the cutouts. These are all the extras I cut, because you know when you're cutting, you just cut and cut and cut. These are some of the stamped images. There might be some of those on here. I can't remember. And then these right here are standalone dies. And these are the ones I'm using today. So you have something that looks like this. And if you can see this, it goes right here on this floral. Well, I didn't want pink leaves, so I just simply cut off the leaves, and that's what all of this is under here. That's all the leaves I cut off, and then there's some extra leaves there, because you have a, you have this piece here that does this. Now, this was a July online exclusive, so you won't see this in the catalog. This whole set is an online exclusive. You want to search Charming Day, Floral Charm, if you want to see these. This rose right here is also a standalone die. It's really pretty. And then you have a single rose, and then you have this little leaf sprig. And then the stamp cuts out these open ones. The stamps do. So, isn't that pretty? I just love it. So, here's what the stamps look like. Let's get started on the layout, because it's the fun part. So, like I said, I have it all laid out. It's just been sitting on my desk. And I'll kind of walk you through how I'm going to put it together. If you hear some noise in the background, it's my husband mowing. It finally got cool enough here in Michigan to mow. Well, it's probably 80 degrees and probably at least 70% humidity. Very humid out there. See if I got these in the right spot. Right. I think you can see that whole thing, can't you? Yeah. So I just put lotion on my hands, and now the humidity, even in the house with the air on, is making me sweat. I just got done doing some yoga too, so my body might be cooling down. I went for a walk, and oh, the humidity just makes me so stiff. I did my yoga, and now I'm sweating. Anyway, so here we have the sketch. Pretty simple sketch. We have 6 squares. Oh, I did it backwards. We're gonna put this piece over here. And that piece over there. There. We in screen. We gotta push this up all the way. So how have you been enjoying your summer? It has been way too hot for me. I can remember when I was younger, boy, I loved this hot, humid weather. Could lay out in the sun in it for hours, wouldn't bother me a bit. I go out to pick a couple of peppers and I'm dying within a half hour. And the lawn hasn't been mowed in at least 2 weeks. It's just been too hot. Way too hot to cut your lawn. It'd burn up. We're hoping for rain this afternoon, and so my husband's out mowing now, and he's not even using his rider because the grass is so damp that it's not good for our rider, so he's doing it by hand. I think he wants to get some exercise too, so. All right, I think my body temperature has calmed down enough to do some crafting here. So we will start with this side over here, and we are just going to put this together. Now I struggled for a while with which squares to use because they don't exactly match, but a lot of it's covered up by the photo. So I thought, well, I think it's okay. This is the only kind of oddball, but there's only one piece and it matches this, and I really wanted this color in here. The bee balm is kind of a color, maybe somewhere in between these two colors. So I think I'm going to use my glue today. I don't normally use glue on my scrapbook pages, but I think it'll be quicker, quieter to do this on screen. Normally I wouldn't even do this on screen. I would just pause the video, but I think I'll do a little bit of it on screen today just to talk, and while I'm talking I will do this. So I have been working on, and I'm sure I've told you guys before if you've been watching my videos, I've been working on my family reunion scrapbook. The oldest picture I have from the reunion is in 1981, and I think we're on about our 78th or something like that reunion. Oopsie, that's not straight. Let's find a different edge here. And so I don't have, of course, all of those years. This one's a little crooked. Uh-oh. See, that's why I don't like glue. That just reminded me why I do not like glue, because now look at, I have a mess. All right, we're going back to the tape runner here. If you don't get it straight, the glue doesn't come up very well. So anyway, I've been working on that. I even canceled my August workshop for cards because I really want to get this family reunion book done by the 3rd week of August. That is our reunion, so I can take it up and let everybody see it. But we have a very large family. Of course, the reunion's not quite as big anymore because my grandfather had 7 brothers, I think, or there were 7 of them. Can't remember. There's either 7 or 8 of boys. And this reunion has always been all, I think, 8 of the boys and their families. So generations of family members, and we could easily have 200 people at our reunion. We rent the same pavilion at a campground in Reed City, Michigan every year. As long as I can remember, it's been right there. And we all meet up there. And it has gotten a lot smaller now because, of course, all the grandfathers are gone. And then now some of even the parents, you know, are gone. Like my mom's relatives, her siblings. There's only 3 of the 8 left of them, my mom included. Her twin brother, and then their older brother. So my mom and her twin brother are going to be 94 in October. The older boy, he just turned 95, if you can believe that. So I don't know what's going to happen when that generation goes, if this reunion is really going to keep moving on. So I really wanted to get this scrapbook done just to maybe encourage people to want to continue to come and share the memories and stuff. I'm just looking to see where I want this. It looks like maybe about, let's move those out of the way, 3 1/4 or 2 3/4. 2 3/4. And then that will give me, yeah, that looks right. And I think it's okay right there. A little bit more room on this side. Love that T-ruler. Okay, and then we have another spot for a 4x6 photo right here, and I should have brought out a photo mat thing. Oh, look, I have one right here. I'm not going to glue it down though, just in case I don't have enough pictures for what I want to do. I'm just going to set it there for an idea of where it's going to go. Whenever I get up, my phone rocks, so I have to be careful. really don't want to rock the boat. She has a little piece of glitter paper in between these two pieces, so I'm going to do that. I am going to use my glue for these little pieces because that is much easier. So let me see, I'm going to put that, I want it to be where the picture will be here, and I think that will do it right there. So do you have family reunions every summer? And what are they like? Really like to know. It's kind of sad that they're kind of going away. I know they are. I've had a lot of people tell me that, you know, once their parents left, they just quit going. And I really hope that doesn't happen. I have a lot of cousins. I think when my grandpa passed away, back in the early 80s, I think that he had 42 grandchildren. And now, gosh, if he were alive, there's so many grandchildren and great-grands, probably great-great-grands by now. I'm sure there's great-great-grands. Well, that was a good idea to put that photo thing down there. That gave me a really good diagram there to put these down. So when you garden, do you take pictures? Oh, there's a monarch out on my butterfly bush right now. If I could, oh, I wish I could show you what my view is from my craft room window. I have a cute little shed that my husband built out back, and I have gardened all the way around it. It's all flowers. And there's a butterfly bush on the back, and there was just a big monarch out there. And I do have some milkweed, and I'm hoping, I keep looking to see if I get any caterpillars. Got to keep those babies alive. There, I think that looks really cute. And that didn't take long, did it? Now this side, let's put these flowers here so we don't forget we were going to use those. This side, I just need to line up these pieces, and then this has just 4x6 photos going straight across. And I think it might be easier to line up if I get some of those. Hold on one second. There we go. I got some more placeholders, and I can line these up now. They're at just in between here. I don't want to put these down, but I'm just going to use them for my guide. Makes it so much easier. Let's see, that goes right below the 3, right below the 9. Right there. This is a really good way to do it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do across here for pictures when I put my pictures down, so I don't really want to waste my photo placeholders because I do need these sometimes. And I'm actually running out of the 4x6 ones. I used a whole bunch that I had left over from close to my heart for die cutting. I think that looks good, and even if it's not perfect, you know, you have this in the middle of it, so it's not going to show. So all right, this is pretty. Don't you love the colors? I just love the colors. I'm looking really forward to putting some flowers on this. You never know. I might find something else to put on this, but my go-to would be flowers. And one year I was looking through my album for all my flowers. Yes, I have a whole album of gardens. And I had like 3 years of my daylilies. Same daylilies, just 3 years of pictures. So I try to take some different kinds of pictures. Like this year I didn't take a bunch of pictures of whole gardens. I just did close-up shots of the prettiest lilies. And so hopefully they'll be a little bit different if I choose to print them. They'll be a little different from what I've done in the past. I'll tell you, these glue guns are really nice to do these little pieces. This goes right above the 2 1/4, right above it. And I don't know what I would do without this Versamat, I'm telling you. I know that Stampin' Up! Has the glass mat, but I love my Versamats so much that I don't really have any place to put the glass mat. I would be interchanging all the time, which is probably okay. Because there are some techniques I like to do that the glass mat would be nice to have. And so someday I'll probably invest in it. And, when you're doing some inking and mixed media and stuff like that, it's nice to have that glass mat where you can wipe it off easily. Doing watercoloring, it's nice to have it. So I probably will get one day. Okay, now that worked really well. So on here, I will be, if I want to map my photos, I will have to cut my photos down from 4 by 6. I'll have to cut those down to do a colored mat, but I don't know if I would want to do a mat. I got the mat here. That will obviously be my focal photo, but I don't know if I would mat these. I don't know. It just depends on what pictures I choose. I wish I had them with me today. If I can figure out how to do it when I post this video, I will show some pictures of the photos I'm going to put on it. I don't know if I know how to do that. I'm not very savvy on YouTube yet, but I know there's like some end screens and you can insert photos or videos. So maybe I can just I had to concentrate there a second to put this glue on. Maybe I can do some end screens with some pictures. I did it one time, not with pictures though, but I don't know. It's been very hard for me to get this whole YouTubing thing down. There, isn't that pretty? Now all we got to do is, I was going to put this here, currently loving. I think I'll do it right in the center. I love these colors, aren't they pretty? Now, some people will put, like she, in hers, put circles for her embellishments. But I don't know if I'm going to do that. Let's see what it looks like. If I were to put this here, it blends in really nice there, and then just a leaf here, and then, let's see, I think I have this one going up here, and then this one coming down here, like that. I don't think I need a grounding thing for that. I think it looks pretty just like that. But I do want to pop up the flower. So I'm going to leave that right there because I think that's where I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue, there's my tweezers. I'm going to glue the leaves down, and then I'll pop up the embellishments. That ought to be enough. And then we will just put that, I think, right here. And I think that shows up pretty good. Put that back. Flower right on the corner there. And then this little one. So there's some exciting things coming up in the Stampin' Up! World. We have, starting August 5th, I think it is. I think it's August 5th. There's the new in color sale. So anything that's in the 2025 through 2027 in color line is going to be 15% off. Which I have bought a lot of that, but I haven't bought the re-inkers or the ribbons. And there might even be some DSPs included that coordinate. I did a sneak peek at what they said, you know, shop the sale here, but the sale hasn't started yet. And it showed some DSPs that feature some of the in colors. So we'll see if there's some DSPs in there. So I found quite a few things that I can still get, even though I bought the stamp pads. I can't have one right here. I bought the stamp pads, so I can get the re-inkers. I haven't gotten those yet. And I have to use glue on that one. Let's see. Now I think that'll be okay. There's no... I didn't want there to be a pop dot underneath those because that's where the picture is going to go. So I can still find quite a few things that I haven't bought yet in the in color line. And hey, 15% off is 15% off, right? So if you haven't invested in them, the colors are so pretty. I really, really like them. Oh, we're going to be putting some bling on there too. I can see that right now. Okay, there's that. And then I think that looks cute. And then we're going to have a, I think it was a floral arrangement here. And I was going to add in some of this peacock because I have the pretty peacock over here, but there's not any over here really other than the glitter paper. I like that. And then this one we were going to put up here somewhere. I think it's okay just right here like that. And it looks like I didn't even do a green because the green, that was going to go right across there. So I got green here, I got green and peacock here, and just peacock there with all three the same floral arrangement. And I think we'll just kind of put that there. I like that. Yeah, I like that. So we'll do that. Love these tweezers. I guess Stampin' Up! Has these reverse tweezers, but they're in the embossing kit. You get the embossing buddy and the little tray, and I'm not sure what all comes in it. I have all that stuff from years of stamping. I have all that kind of stuff. So my husband's coming in, so he might say something to me. I don't have my door closed. Usually I close my door when I'm doing a video because he's playing video games and I can hear it in here. He's been out mowing, so he may or may not come in here and gab at me. Now, this is not going to get in the way of any pictures, so I am just going to pop these babies up. And, well, there's a half of one stuck to my finger, so we'll put that one down. There are a couple half of ones here we could use. Like that. I think this is really pretty, you guys. What color of bling shall I use? Love these little dimensionals. These ones came from the paper pumpkin kit, so they're thin, they're nice. I like how easy the backings come off of these dimensionals. Okay, that one can go right there. Now, one more to put down. And I think I like that, how that's sitting right there. So has it been scorching hot where you live at? So it sure has been a miserable summer so far here. It kind of makes you wonder what August is going to bring. At least we're not having the bad floods and now earthquakes. Jeez, so much disaster going on. So we've had a couple of days where the heat index was up over 100. You know, which isn't like super uncommon, but it's been non-stop. It's been hot for weeks. We'll get a break for a couple of days and then right back at it. Just hot, hot, hot. Let's see, do I want to put that one that way or that way? I think that way. Like that, yeah. This last little leaf is going to go right here, I think. Just like that. We just need a few more dimensionals. Don't let anybody ever tell you that they're not sticky, because they are really sticky. Hard to get up once you put them down, which is good. As long as you get them down in the right spot. That ought to do it. Okay. That back here, I think about right there. Now let's get the embellishments out. I just put them all away the other day. I got this cute little box. Isn't it cute? I keep all my Stampin' Up! Embellishments in. I have another one that has all my close to my heart embellishments in. Oh, now this is the bling that comes with this set. So you know we're going to use those. And these are called Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. And they are gorgeous. Can Can you see that? How pretty they are? They're really shimmery and quite flat. So that's kind of nice. Now, we don't have any blue in this, so we're not going to use the blue ones. I think we're just going to go for the berry burst ones. They're so pretty. So we'll just put like 3 of these in each of the clusters. And this layout will be done. Let's see. It doesn't show there. I think I'm going to put it right on that leaf. Got these petal pink, I think they are. And those will match really well in some of the other papers. But this one just matches these. They're so pretty. They're my favorite. My very, very favorite. So I told you about the in color sale. Oh, there's another announcement. Stampin' Up! Has decided to discontinue the Sale-a-bration, the yearly Sale-a-bration, and they're doing something else instead. I think it's going to be something more often. But anything that they have right now from the Sale-a-brations, they are putting them in the last chance section of the website. And so you'll be able to get some of those. I'm going to take this blending brush and I'm going to do some blending here. There's a little bit of this color right on it, so I'm just going to clean my brush off with it. Just going to do a little bit of blending there for my title so you can see it a little bit better. I got to get my Berry Burst pad. I need a little bit more ink. I always go off first, and so oopsie. Oh, that wasn't good. I hit my head on my phone. Uh-oh, I'm still getting stripes. This is a yucky brush. It's a cheapie. I just put some Stampin' Up! Good ones in my cart. A lot of that's not going to show, so I'm not going to worry about it. I just wanted my title to show up a little bit better. So I might maybe just need to clean that too. I'm not going to pop this up. I'm going to try not to pop my head on my screen again. And I thought currently loving. This is one of the titles left over from that scrapbook kit that I did. And that is so crooked. But there's nothing I can do about it. I have to leave it like that or it'll tear it. So that's it, folks. That is the layout. What do you think about it? I think it's really pretty. And you can imagine a picture right here. That'll make that look prettier. There. Ooh, that's nice. That's really nice. All right. One more thing I want to do is I just want to show you the cards I made out of this June kit. And like I said, if the refill is still available, you can still get it. You just have to subscribe this month, and then you can go on and get the refill for this. I don't know at this moment if there's any left, but oh, I took my cards out. They're not in there. Well, these are the 3 cards that the kit made. I really wanted to show you the cards that I made. I know where they're at. They're just right over here. In my basket full of cards. Okay, there's one. Pull them out and then I'll show them to you. They're doubled up in these envelopes. I think that's it right there. Okay, so I have this one. Isn't that pretty? And then this is the card it was supposed to be, I think. I don't know. I would make the regular card. I added some of the Turtly Awesome bling to this one. I thought those were really pretty. And then this one, this is the way the card was supposed to look. That might have been a little different. And I thought it looked better being loose, so I made simple Z-fold card. This is all stamping from the stamp set that comes in the paper pumpkin kit. And I just love that. This is my favorite card. I'm going to make some more of those because those are so pretty. And then there's this one. This I made out of it. This is the envelope with the orange on it is the envelope part. And then I just added all this stuff to it. That's the new Timid Tiger, which will be on sale next week. And this is an overlay that goes over the top of this. Now, of course, I cut all the bases up, and I took that overlay and I stenciled it onto the paper and made a new card, put some of that pretty orange paper back there on a pretty peacock base. There's that rose, that standalone rose. And then I took the piece that I stenciled, flipped it over, and that's what I got out of that. Isn't that gorgeous? I absolutely love that. I'd like to show you those 3 cards side by side. Their card minus the orange base. Flip this overlay upside down, stencil, and then there's the overlay with all the colors stenciled on it. Made another card. Isn't that beautiful? I love it. Okay, I think that's all I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you'll give me a like and a comment to some of my questions I asked, and tell me what you thought of the video today. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time here on YouTube. Bye-bye.